Hello everybody, welcome to my waterfront house. Make yourself at home. First class living here amongst the cutthroats and pickpockets and thieves on the waterfront. We would have a perfect view of the water if we had, you know, a window. But I guess you can't have everything. May not be much to look at right now, but I like it. It has sentimental value if nothing else. The very first house I ever owned in Oblivion. Yep, this is where it all started. So I was thinking we could go investigate this merchant who's been undercutting all the other sellers in the market district. And their little society of merchants, their little, I guess, union, you could say, that they have there, have a real problem with this guy because they can't figure out how he's getting rid of his stuff so cheap, but he won't join their little group either. You know, they all agree on fair prices, so they're not undercutting one another, and, you know, it's business as usual. Well, this guy's over here selling everything, at, well, basically giving it away. So there's got to be something shifty going on there, right? We'll go look into that in a minute. But one thing I want to do first, I want to find, it's a destruction spell, to corrode or disintegrate armor. Something I can cast on myself to help train in armor training. And there's a dude with kind of a Latin or Roman-like name here somewhere that I believe sells that spell.
Well met.
I hope I can help. Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to see.
There he goes, first on the list, and I can cast it. And you know what may be beautiful about this thing? It probably counts towards destruction training also, so I can kill two birds with one stone. My problem is I can't take the number of hits without running through all my resources, trying to train in whatever armor I'm looking to train in heavy armor, right? It not only works towards endurance, but it also works towards the type of armor I planned on wearing in the game. Kind of fit the whole play style. I don't know. I may switch. I may turn to a light armor set later. Whatever. Late game, it honestly really doesn't make a lot of difference anyway. Armor rating hits a certain cap, and you can't get any more damage resistance out of it anyway, so it's not really a big deal. But for right now, I was thinking, you know, heavy armor, big two-handed weapon, that whole type of thing. But I can't take the hits unless I want to run through all my resources or train the crap out of my restoration while I'm at it. You know, healing myself. You know, if a crab is two-shotting me, well, shit. That's only 2 hits I can take towards my armor, and then I gotta heal myself 4 or 5 times or slug down a bunch of potions, and that gets really expensive. And I also may not want to train in restoration 50,000 times while I'm trying to train in my armor 5 times. So this is a way to kind of compensate for the higher difficulty setting. It's where I can kind of train on my own. You know, dent my own gear and then smooth it back out with a hammer. Seems legit. These spells are made like this for a reason. This isn't exploitative. It's just practice. It's just training, so totally cool with that. Now, apparently, amongst the Elder Scrolls community, this has been a thing. People have known about this for like 10 years. As well as lots of other spells you can make for training purposes and equipment and gear and all kinds of stuff. And I never thought about this. I've always trained in armor, you know, the old-fashioned way. Just go out there, fight, get your shit dinged up, and then fix it, you know. Plain and simple. And then once you finally get your skill to 50, you can start repairing your magical stuff. And that's really where it's at. Saves you a lot of money. And while I'm at it, I would actually like to make some spells that I could really use. I'd like to upgrade a healing spell. It'd be nice if my restoration was at 50. I got a ways to go before that. Once you get it up there, you can actually heal yourself for an amount. Healing over time is essentially cheaper than doing it in a lump sum. You can heal yourself for 30 points over a few seconds for the same price as healing yourself for 20 points all at once. That type of thing, so... Make some custom spells. Also would like to upgrade my fireball just a little bit.
She likes jumping off things. That's because she's an idiot.
I'm talking about the acrobatics trainer, I think, in town. She likes jumping off things because she's an idiot. Well, that's how I train in my acrobatics, is I go find a really high rock and I go jump off of it. Apparently the longer the higher the fall, or the higher the height that you're dropping from, and especially if you take damage in a fall, the more your acrobatic skill increase. I believe that's how that goes. Just like swimming, I believe, improves your athletics more than just running around does. Like you can run around all day long and barely raise your athletics at all, but get out in the water and swim some laps, and it'll go up a little bit faster. I even remember that. He says, yeah, she likes jumping off of things because she's an idiot. Simply put, my man, simply put. Weakness to fire over an area. Wonder how much more expensive that is. You know, that brings up a question. Am I wasting charge with that? Okay, so if my fireball hits in a 10 foot, it explodes for 10 feet. But what if my weakness to fire had no area of effect? Well, it would affect the target, right? But anybody getting hit by my fireball, wouldn't they essentially feel that effect also? Even if it was an area? Like, okay, so let's say I hit this guy here, and there's someone standing right next to him. Does the guy next to him get weakness to fire also because he gets hit by the fireball? Or does only the guy that gets hit directly by the fireball? And then, let's say I hit a wall, and the explosion itself catches somebody. Does he suffer weakness? Or because I didn't hit him directly, does he get no weakness at all? You get where I'm coming from? I wonder if there's really a way to test that. I don't want to overthink it, but it's a good question. And it is the difference between wasting a charge on a spell or an enchantment on a weapon, as opposed to being able to put it in something else. You could put an extra point or two into damage, rather than the extra AoE on another effect that you're not doing anything extra.
Please, go ahead.
Another good example would be that disintegrate armor spell. If I disintegrated armor by a certain number of points over 2 seconds, it would do absolutely nothing more than it does over 1 second. Because it's not like a damage over... It's like 10 points over 2 seconds doesn't make 20 points. It's just 10 points. 10 points over 20 seconds is still 10 points of damage, for example. It doesn't work like... like a typical damage spell, like fire, over seconds type of thing. It's different. Oops, that's the on touch. That's how you affect somebody else. What did I call the one for myself? There it is, armor training. Okay, let's check this out, see how this works. I think my gear's all at 100%, except my weapons. They're still kind of dinged up. In fact, when we get back to the market, I'm gonna go get that stuff fixed. Yeah, this should train my destruction also at the same time. This is nice. This is gonna work good for me, I think. Yeah, there we go. Just slightly dinged up. Very cool. I would like to see if my destruction actually goes up too. I don't know how close I am to raising that skill. Well. Oh, there goes my armor skill. That'll work. That's what I had in mind. I guess we'll see eventually if that's working towards destruction. I would think it would have to be. I don't know if I'm getting as much progress as, say, I don't know, casting fireballs and stuff, but whatever. Every little bit counts.
How do you do?
So we'll go speak to Thorin here in a second. First I want to repair my stuff. A few things I wanted to sell too.
What? Not smart to carry around broken equipment.
105 gold for that sword.
Only quality goods for sale here.
I can just imagine how much a
Interest you in.
Daedric weapon cost to fix. Probably, shit, 1,000?
Come back and see me again. Goodbye.
We're saying she's a, my armor trainer, too. Of course, I guess I won't be needing to spend money on that anymore. Spend it on other things like block. And heavy armor. I don't mind heavy armor training. Probably a good idea, actually.
Any news about that certain task we discussed? Looking to lighten your load but fill up your coin purse?
I gotta do something about all those alchemy ingredients. I keep forgetting to put them up in a chest somewhere. I keep thinking at some point I'm just gonna make a crap ton of potion. It's nice to have them so I can kind of make them as I go, but...
Thank you. Come again. Thanks again for your help.
Basically, that's for when I decide I'm gonna raise my intelligence during a particular level. I just make a crap ton of potions. Raise your alchemy 10 times. There you go. Problem solved. Raise your intelligence by 5 whenever you get around to leveling. Just try to stay away from abusing your, say, conjuration or mysticism is a skill I basically just don't use. Really don't have to now. We got the Mages Guild to make a soul trap staff for us, so we're good.
What kind of deal can I make for you today? What about my inventory?
Okay, we'll play it off like we're just interested.
Well, thank you. It's not only a fine assortment of goods, but a bit of a treasure trove. You never know what I'll have in stock. I can see by the look on your face, you wonder where I get all these fantastic items. I'll tell you what I tell everyone else who asks. It's all about who you know. My sources are good, but they are secret. Anyway, have fun looking around, and when you are ready to buy, give me a shout. Can I interest you in some of my wares?
Can I interest you in some of my wares? I don't know what he has that's supposed to be so exceptionally cheap here, but whatever.
Thank you. Come again. Goodbye. Hope to see you again very soon.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to case his shop and follow him later tonight to see where he goes, who he's meeting with, where he finds all this stuff that he apparently can just give away. Although you seem about the same prices as everyone else to me, but I wasn't really down with buying a lot of that stuff there anyway. Now, if I remember, his basic routine is to go to the inn and eat in the evening. And then he'll eventually go meet with his contact. I think that's him right there. Alright, we'll just walk right on by. Like we're just minding our own business. Yeah, I think he's headed to the inn. Alright, wait a couple times. Hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, I don't know. Oh shit, he's already there. Yeah, okay, now I need to find a place where we can be sneaky sneak. We need to eavesdrop on these guys here. This is his contact. Apparently what he does not want to know, want the rest of the society to know about. Little merchants union they have here. This is the type of questing that I got spoiled with early on. Just being fortunate enough to essentially play Oblivion first. The RPGs I could have gotten my hand on to really sink my teeth into. This happened to be the one, and you know, yeah, I'm proud to say this is not only one I cut my teeth on, but this is the bar that's pretty much been set for all the other games to compete with. Let's see. I guess I need to get hidden here. They obviously know I'm here. I'm not being real inconspicuous, I don't think. Yeah, let's see. My character is feeling slim, being able to hide behind the stick tree. We've got to eavesdrop. We got to hear what they have to say in order to progress this quest here. I'm not exactly sure what I need to do.
Why are you following me? Please, go away. I'm quite busy. Please, I'm very busy.
Oh crap. Not sure how to force this to trigger.
That you?
Oh, there we go.
Shh! Not so loud. How many times have I told you that?
Sorry, I am not used to this kind of meeting. It always makes me nervous.
Well, just shut up and listen to me. The next shipment will be sooner than I expected. Just have the money ready.
Same assortment of things? I mean, I have enough clothing for now.
You take what I get. I get notice at the last second, and I have to jump on it. No time to be picky about it.
Well, that society is putting more pressure on me, so maybe we better cut back for a while.
You cut back now, and I'm going to take my business elsewhere. Or maybe pay a visit to that Jensine and tell her about your little scheme.
Fine. You made your point. Contact me when you have the items, and we'll meet again.
Don't worry. It'll be very soon. Now get out of here.
Ah, so we have a new target here. Mysterious man named Argamir, or whatever. So that's what was shifty about Thorinir's merchandise, his little selection. It was essentially just clothes and cloth, for the most part. No real selection of weapons or other goods, alchemy stuff, or any of the cool stuff. It was just cloth and pants and shirts and stuff. Okay. Don't mind me. I'm not just totally not following you. Not me. Nothing suspicious at all going on here. Okay, this is something I like to do with an eye on what's to come ahead. I'm going to try to pickpocket this guy if I can get away with it. He usually has an enchanted weapon. Damn it. Gotta get the eye to stop glowing, but him still be in range. Oh, wow. Okay, nice. Dun-dun-dun. Just whistling along here. Don't mind me. I'm just skulking around here behind you. Minding my own business. Okay, so he won't have that weapon to use later. And I'm probably going to go sell that to Ongar. Although I do have a new fence now. We've got the fence in, what, Breville? Is it Breville or Leowin? Leowin? I think it's Leowin. I believe it's the the guild leader in Breville that we have to go to for new contracts for the Thieves Guild. I don't know. We'll get back to that eventually. Speaking of guilds, I do believe if all this plays out right, that we might find our way into the Dark Brotherhood with this little quest right here too. We can do kind of the same thing you can do with Umbra. If you go take her out to get the sword and her armor. She has a pretty good set of ebony armor too. I think it's got like slightly better stats than normal ebony armor, if I remember right. But anyway, I think it's called specifically Umbra's Ebony Mail or something. But if you go get the sword before you actually get the Daedric quest to do so, then it counts as a murder, although it's not a murder. Like, you don't get a bounty, although you're in there in a ruin. It's just you and her anyway, so it's not like anyone's going to see you. But the Dark Brotherhood takes notice. I think you can do sort of the same thing here. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. But that would be nice. Get our foot in the door with the Dark Brotherhood too. That is, I can't say it's my favorite quest line. You know what? I like them all equally in this game. I really do. There's not one I like more than the other. I don't count the arena as a quest line. Fighters Guild I like the least. I can say that. I am not the biggest fan of the Fighters Guild quest line. It's pretty straightforward. Nothing wrong with it. It has its little fair share of intrigue, and it has a story. But the Mages Guild, Thieves Guild, and Dark Brotherhood quest lines in this game are just they're like main story quests. In fact, they're better than most storyline quests in just about any other game individually. Then you figure you've got them all collectively in one game. That's just crazy. All right, so we caught Argamir leaving. Now we just got to get into his house without getting caught. It's tricky in the middle of the day. My eye keeps glowing. Somebody's watching. This next time we level him to make sure we get our agility up. Sink some more points in that. Probably agility, willpower, and endurance. Straight up. As much as strength would be nice, can't have everything all at once. I was kind of wondering if willpower doesn't work kind of the same as endurance does. That was something that crossed my mind. I'm not going to go look it up, but just in case, like, the more willpower you have early, the more stamina you gain at higher levels. I don't know if that's the case, but it kind of makes sense that it might, because it is to your stamina kind of what endurance is to health. Although endurance also affects your stamina too, so that might be a thing also. And it may just be a matter of a couple points difference, you know, by the time you get to a higher level, but I don't know. So if you could have more willpower early, might be a good thing. And stamina, you never have too much of that. I need to go check out his basement, but I'm finding some stuff up here. I don't know if it was necessarily worth coming up here. I need to pick the lock anyway. Get a few more of those under my belt. Do some more sneaky sneak. And this whole quest, just talking to all the merchants in town and following this guy in the middle of the night through the Imperial City, past all the statues and stuff, and then casing his house and getting him. This is more like a Thieves Guild quest, really. But it's just bringing back memories. I'm not gonna lie, I actually have been thinking about this game when I'm not playing it lately, since we started this. Kind of like it was way back when. I was into it when I was playing, and when I wasn't playing, I was thinking about playing. That's how good it was, and I'm getting kind of some of those feels back, and that's awesome. That says a lot for an old game to still have that kind of awesomeness, man. Very cool. I hope this triggers some of you to want to play it again. That's kind of always my my motive in doing a lot of this stuff, not just to share gameplay and thoughts and ideas and my experience and all the good stuff I get from the game, but also to inspire others to either try something new or just get back into it, or, you know, just kind of create that itch that you just got to go scratch, you just got to go play, that type of thing. Get a little bit of that in there and it's totally worth it. Okay, so he's a grave robber. That's pretty obvious. He's got his his macabre manifest. That is, the names that they have for this stuff in here is just amazing. Well, that answers where he's getting his stuff and why he doesn't really have much say-so over what kind of merchandise he provides. He just kind of gets what he gets. You're going to take what I give you type of thing. That's basically what he told Thorin here. Make sure that we're not under arrest. That's good. Alright, so let's go back to Thorin here and throw the book on the counter and say, what is the meaning of this? Explain yourself. These people just randomly going about their business through the city brings more life to this game than... Man, it's just awesome.
Welcome back. I can't believe what I'm seeing in this book. I'm mortified to think these things here were once on the bodies of the recently deceased. It's just too horrible to comprehend. I don't even know what to say. I guess an apology is not enough. What can I do? Yes, that's the least I can do. First and foremost, I will never meet with him again. I can promise you that. Secondly, I remember him mentioning a place he had to be this very day. Yes, that's right. He said that he wouldn't be able to do anything else, as he had something important to do. You don't think he would dig up another... Oh, no, he wouldn't. But I guess he has been. Oh, my. What have I done? Yes, you do that. And in the meantime, I'll decide what to do with all these ill-gotten things. I'm so sorry. I don't even want to look at it for another moment. I hope everyone can forgive me for not doing a better job checking up on my sources. I hope you can forgive me. I had no idea.
Well, if you're sincere, you can make it up to the rest of the merchants around here, or whatever. But in the meantime, looks like we have to go deal with Argamir.
Evening.
Yeah, kind of glad we waited a little bit. This fight could tend to be kind of nasty. Might want to make a few heals and a few poisons. I'm liking the shield and restore health combination. Once I get my skills really high and I've got, like, you know, master mortar and pestle and master alembics and all that, and I've got so much inventory weight, like once we can carry 500, 600, 700 pounds or some ridiculous shit like that, then I can carry a full set of master everything. Like, normally I only carry the two lightest. I'll carry the little mortar and I'll carry that other little thing. And that's usually it. I just happen to have an alembic on me, so sure, I'll use it. Whatever. But, yeah, the restore health and shield. And then the damage health and damage magicka. That sounds like a really good combination, too. If I want to carry it a step further, I could always have a, you know, 100% weakness to poison spell on target type thing. Maybe an AoE. Although, odds are it'd be a single strike thing. Something I put on my bow or my sword. or axe or whatever. So it's probably not something I would need to do AoE on, but I could keep enemy weak to that. And if that's all I had on the spell, odds are I could probably make it last for a while too. I don't know, what would that be? Probably destruction? Maybe alteration, maybe? Guessing destruction. Weakness to whatever. Most likely. But if that was the only effect, it'd probably make a pretty strong one too. 100% weakness to poison for, I don't know, 15, 20, 30 seconds, a minute. I don't know. Now, all those soul gems and none of them have a charge. I gotta get out there with my fancy new staff. Probably go fill up a bunch of gems, then go pay probably 1,000 gold to go get the staff recharged. If we can level a couple times pretty quick, we can get into that range where enemies start dropping soul gems. We may start catching soul gems in chests and on enemies, and that would be nice too. But it's hard to keep them full if you can't keep a charge. We've been fighting mostly people more than creatures, and I can't trap any of their souls right now. I don't have any black soul gems. Okay, so here's the key. We need to assault this guy before he comes up to talk to us. Like, he'll start to approach. Yeah, we need to get him. There we go. Now, I believe that counts as assault. But if we kill him, which we're going to need to do here, I don't believe it counts as murder. And he's normally got a partner in here. Notice how he doesn't have a weapon. We stole it. Get him! Argamir has been slain. Since the penalty for grave robbing is death, somehow seems fitting. And apparently his little mercenary friend over there doesn't appear to be hostile.
Make it quick.
I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't have minded that cure, though. What has he got, a full dwarven set? Looks like it. Should I probably use that? I'm like, you know, maybe we ought to just redo this. I would really like your gear. I guess because we didn't hit him. We just hit that dude before he had a chance. Okay, that's fine. I'll take it. I think we could have kicked his ass too with my little zombie friend, but... Oh shit. I should probably search Argamir's body, huh? I've got evidence of his wrongdoing, of his evil deeds here. His shifty behavior. Yeah, we need his stuff. There we go. We'll take some gold for that too. Sure. I'm guessing Jensine will reward us, and I think Thorinir gives us a reward too. Ouch.
Breaks the law on my watch. I'm confiscating your stolen goods. Now pay your fine, or it's off to jail. That's too bad. I was hoping you'd resist arrest. Okay.
That's too
Here's
bad.
The procedure. We go to the castle. First, we search you, confiscate any stolen goods. Then you pay your fine, and we release you.
You basically go to jail anyway. Whatever.
Good to see you.
Elidor. Isn't he fighter skill? I think Elidor is fighter skill. Sounds familiar. Alright, well, I'm not going to stand for that you confiscating my stuff business. Just get myself arrested again. But the fine was not murder caliber fine. It was just for assault. So if you notice the little thing that said, you know, you were observed, unknown forces have seen what you've done, you know, type of thing. So we should get a visit from the Dark Brotherhood now. That is awesome. That worked out really well. But right now, okay, I want that weapon we stole from Argamir. That thing was worth some money. Another good thing about waiting to do this until a little bit later is his little sword or dagger or short sword or whatever it was, it's actually worth something. If we'd have done this at like level 3, it'd probably been something worth 100 gold, some little piece of crap. Oh, wow. Okay. I think we'll be going through that door sometime later in the game, actually. Where the hell is the chest? It's not up there. I don't think. Oh, don't mind me. Just looking around. places that I have no business looking around. Okay, there it is. Now is not the time to get caught. Give me back my stuff. That's my stolen stuff. Very good. Got my lockpicking raised up too. You get all the items that were confiscated by the guards. Awesome. See ya! Okay, now we'll go talk to the merchants.
Good to see you.
How do you do?
Go get rewarded for our righteous law keeping. Yes. So what we'll do after all this, I'm going to go practice my armor. And I guess my destruction process and all that. Get my willpower, my endurance up. We'll go ahead and level. And then hopefully we'll also receive a visit from a certain member of the Dark Brotherhood, maybe. That's going to bring back some good times.
Were you able to stop Agomir? Then we can at last rest. I feared had he somehow bested you, I'd be next. It is fortunate that your skills exceeded his. I've come to some decisions. I intend to donate all of the money I have made, as well as what is left of these stolen items, to the temple. I also want you to know that I had a long discussion with Jensine, and I have decided to join the society. I realize you risked your life to give me a chance, and Thorinir never forgets things like that. Accept this ring as a humble reward. It's the least I can do to say thank you. Now, don't be a stranger. The copious coin purse is still in business.
Nice.
I have disposed of all my ill-gotten merchandise and replaced it with more expensive but carefully obtained items. You've shown me mercy. I won't forget that. Thank you.
Nice. Let's see what this ring is all about. Hopefully his inventory expands a little bit. More than just old raggedy corpse clothes. There we go. Resist fire, resist frost. I'll take it. It's worth quite a bit, so that's considered a pretty decent enchantment. Now, I don't know if that stacks with our resistance to magic, being a Breton. I don't know if that gives us 65% there, or if we got 50% to other magical effects, and then on top of that, some slight elemental resistance.
I have been anxiously awaiting your return. Well done. This shovel will certainly confirm Agromir's crimes. Along with the manifest, it should prove useful to the City Watch. In your absence, Thorinir visited, and we spoke at length about his role in this scheme. I believe him when he says he didn't know Agromir's sources. He told me of his intentions to donate all of the money and inventory to the local temple. He also agreed to buy and sell merchandise at fair prices. Last but not least, he's officially joined the society. I am taken aback by his honest intentions. In return, the society has decided not to press charges. His name will be absconded from the records of this crime. Now, I'm sure you are waiting to hear about your reward. The society thanks you for everything you have done. Please, take this gold. Many thanks on behalf of all of us. I'm mature enough to admit I was mistaken about Thorinir. He's a welcome member of our group in the Market District. What can I interest you in?
Damage health, damage fatigue, and damage magicka on that sword. Now, it's a special sword, so I'm sure it's got a huge charge on it. And probably costs 2 entire grand soul gems to refill if it's empty.
Certainly.
That would be my guess.
It's been a pleasure.
Also remembered that on that what would you say, that little dialogue wheel thing there, where you can raise somebody's disposition. You don't have to spend gold doing it, too. I remember there was just a little mini game where you basically can improve a person's disposition just by finessing the little wheel. It's been a while, but it's slowly coming back, right? And I'm going to do quite a bit of this. I would still like to see my destruction go up at some point. Okay, I don't know how many casts you need to get a point in destruction, but if it's already like this, I can just imagine. Okay, yeah, it counts. What do I have to do? Do that like 50 times? Wow, that is crazy. Okay. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get my armor up, and when we meet again, I guess we'll go ahead and level and hopefully get a visit from a certain unnamed individual amongst a secret society who's been watching us since we've committed a murder and whatever. Anyway, if you want to subscribe, you can click that button up top. It'd be really cool. And if you want to catch the rest of this playthrough, you can click that image in the middle. It should send you straight to the playlist. Or you can just look on a little selection of playlists on my homepage and go find something else you want to watch. Anyway, appreciate you hanging out, and I'll catch you on the next one. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.